is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and today I have a sketch for you it's actually from Page Mats, but it is for the April scrap room over on YouTube. So I recently picked up this paper at Tuesday morning, and this was a paper pad that I looked at several times, and I was like, I don't know if I want to use it. Like, it just kept coming back, and every time that I would go in there, I would pick it up. And I would look at it and I'd hem and haw over it and be like, I don't know. So I was on this particular day that I went and actually picked this paper pad up. I was having a kind of rough day. And so I was doing some retail therapy, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this and I'm going to figure out a way to use this paper, because obviously every time I pick it up, I want it. So there's something for it. And usually when I do that, if I pick it up and I'm like, I don't know, I'll come back the next day or, later on and see it again and be like, yeah, I really didn't need that. But that wasn't the case for this particular paper. Every time I saw it, I would pick it up and look at it. So the photos that I am scrapbooking are super, super, super old photos. These are photos from 2004. And I've had these photos printed out for quite a while. And what they are is, this was my very, very first car. When I graduated college, right before I graduated, it was in March of that year, which is also my birthday month. My grandfather called me up and asked me if I wanted his old car, because he was getting a new one, as part of my birthday/graduation present. And I had never owned a car before. I was a senior in college, so I took the bus in college. I went to Florida State, so, we had a great bus system up there. But I was super excited to have a car. And the fact that I was given this car as a gift, so I didn't have to, make payments on it or anything like that. And so it really helped my, right after college, when you still don't have any money and you're trying to figure out life, it was nice not to have a car payment. And so these pictures meant a lot to me, and I just couldn't find a paper that I really liked to fit this. And so this everyday eclectic paper from Echo Park, when I got it home, I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? Those car pictures are perfect for this layout, for this paper pad. So when I saw this sketch over at the scrap room, I was like, you know what? I could use those 4x4 photos that I have and kind of change up the sketch a little bit, because the sketch calls for 6 kind of square sections there, where you have a couple photos and then another couple of papers and embellishments and things like that. But I felt like these 4x4 photos could easily go into that area and work with this sketch. So I followed the basics of the sketch, in the sense that there's a big strip in the back, which I use this blue grid paper for, and then the chevron paper I'm using as that. I made it a little bit bigger since my photos are a little bigger. That black strip that's underneath the bigger strip in the back. And then I just used 2 photos in the 4x4 size, and I cut my paper also in 4x4. And I used the 6x6 paper pad for this size. So this right side of the layout, you could totally get away with using a 6x6 paper pad, because the center is covered up so much that you wouldn't even need to have a full 12x12 sheet across. So the way I connected it to the other side of the 12x12 layout, because I have to make my 2-page layouts, is I went ahead and used that blue grid paper and the pink chevron paper, and I just extended it across the layout. So here's where I'm cutting out. I've used my border punch on that chevron paper, and I'm cutting it out, and I actually didn't measure the chevron paper at the beginning, so now I'm trying to fuss around with it, trying to get it to the right size that the other one is. And so as you can see, by adding that border, the 2 border pieces, that allows me to extend that layout. And what I'm going to end up doing is adding a strip that's along is portrait along the left side of the page so that it does look completely different than the right, but they all coordinate and go very well together. So for some reason I forgot to ink the edges of those two pieces of paper, so that's why that's there. So I have the picture of my car, like the outside of my car, and then I have a picture of from the passenger seat into the car. And I wanted these detailed shots because this car was a 1997, and so definitely an older car. It had, roll-up windows, not electric windows, manual locks. It had no CD player or even a tape deck or anything. It was just a standard radio station. So I wanted to do this layout and with all of these, not just a picture of the car, because I could have done a one-page layout with that and talked about how I was so thankful that my grandfather got me this car. But I also wanted to get those detail shots because I know that looking back, whether it's, in 15 years, when I look back myself or when my kids or my grandkids are looking back at this and they look at those and be like, holy cow, I can't believe, a car looked like that way back then. So that's why I wanted to have all those detailed shots there. So I'm pulling out this wood grain chevron, which I love. Like that, I think that's really the piece of paper that's in this paper pad that just drew me to it because I love that wood grain with the white chevron. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of paper. So I pull out these stickers and I'm going to write out first car, and that's going to be my title. And I love these stickers because they're funky and different but it seems like every color matched to the layout. So I don't know if it was a part of it or that these stickers were made for this paper pad, but I just love the way that they coordinate with everything. And I did feel like it got lost on that cloud paper, so I looked through my 6x6 pieces that I cut off to get the 4x4, and I found this blue, like aqua color. And so I ended up using that, and I'm going to trim it down so that there is a little bit of space between each one of the sides. And, I pushed down really hard on those stickers, and I was really hoping that they would stay, but so I didn't use any liquid adhesive. And then when I went to put my layouts away, like off my desk, the eye was missing, and I couldn't find that eye anywhere. It's not on my desk, it's not on the floor, I don't know where it went. So I pulled out another eye, and then I went ahead and used some liquid adhesive on them to make sure that they stay this time, because I know better. So I have this wood grain, or what's that called? Craft paper tag, and it has like a blue outline. It's hard to see on the page there, but a blue border around it, and it's like a stitched looking border, so that's really pretty. And then I added that pink heart in the foam, but that actually doesn't end up making it. I thought that this key was perfect because, first car key, you're going to get a new key for your car. So I like that. And then at the bottom of my photo there, I love, it says love this photo, because that, definitely was a love. My camera did get cut off, so you do miss the part over there on the far right hand side, which is actually covered up from the sketch in the corner there. But I added a little cloud at the top, and then a border frame and a camera, and I'm going to actually add to that in a little bit. Then at the bottom right hand side, I'm adding the word thankful in a wood veneer piece, so that I'm trying to tie it into, I have my wood veneer there for thankful, I have my wood veneer key on the left hand side, and then I'm going to add a wood veneer to that cluster that I'm working on right now. I'm pulling out this pink and teal paper in the 6x6, and those are both solids papers, and I am using my Big Shot to cut out hearts in different shapes in the teal and the pink. And so now I'm going to add one of those, the pink heart up there, and I'm going to try to figure out what works best. So I do end up adding that teal heart as well. And then I realized that I needed something else. So that's where I add the wood veneer, the little girl wood veneer. And then I'm going to use this punch that gives me different shaped hearts as well, because I needed a little smaller heart. So I punch it out in the pink and the green, and I'm going to add that to it. But I realized that I needed different colors. So I am putting this teal one up on Fun Foam to give it a little bit of dimension next to that pink heart that's down flat to the page. And I'm going to add this white flare with the gold heart on it to this top section there, as well as a teal puffy heart too. And I'm sorry that you can't see it because of the sketch that's up there in the right hand corner, but you'll definitely be able to see it in the close-ups. And then I'm going to add to my tag the word makes me smile, or the little sticker phrase that says makes me smile, and a yellow puffy heart, because this card definitely made me smile when I got it. And then I'm trying to fuss around with this wood veneer heart at the top, and it didn't work. So I start with this teal heart, and I'm going to add that to that square on the right. And I also added the remember the details, because that's, these are detailed shots of the car. So I end up getting the wood veneer in there, as well as a couple more hearts, and I actually end up cutting them off the page. So this pink heart is going to go right on the edge, and I'm going to cut a piece of it off, and then I'm going to add a craft color heart as well, and tuck that under the little square that's right there. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information about the scrap room. It is a kit club. I do not subscribe to that kit club right now, but I am thinking about adding it to my collection in the future. But they offer tons of fun kit clubs, and it's like a sample of each kit, so you don't even get a full collection. You just get pieces of it, which I think is pretty awesome, because that will limit my ability to actually, because I like to buy everything in the kit, and I feel like if I do try that and limit myself, then I can use all the fun pieces and not necessarily have to have all of the pieces from the kits. But they offer fun challenges every month, and you don't have to be a member of their kit club to be a part of their challenge, or to use their challenges. So I like to use their challenges because they have fun ones every month. They do a couple sketches. They do the Freaky Fast Friday challenges. So they just have lots and lots of fun things to do over there. They have a Facebook page as well as a blog, and I will link both of those below so that you can check them out. And again, no, I'm not a design team member. I'm not affiliated with them at all. It's just that I really do enjoy their Facebook group, and I like to participate in those challenges because it always seems like fun challenges every single month. So now I'm just adding hearts all around this layout. So I'm pulling out that punch again and adding the hearts in. So the back of that craft paper was this orange floral-y type paper. So, and that's the paper that I used behind the picture of the car door with the door handle and the handle to roll up the window. That is also the same orange, so I feel like it tied it in using that orange over there. So I cannot find my zero ruler, which I'm very, very sad about because I love that thing. So I did pull out this Thickers alignment guide to try to write my lines. It wasn't the same. I didn't like it as much. So I really need to figure out where my other ruler is that I use all the time to write my lines. So my journaling just talks about how my father gave me this car right before I graduated college. It was my first car, and I love it. And I actually drove it. There was over 200,000 miles on it by the time that I traded this car in and got a new one. And actually my mechanic that I love dearly, he was definitely a good mechanic. He would, tell me what was wrong, what I could wait on, things like that. And the last time that I took it in right before I got a new car, he said, "Lisa, I love you and I will continue to take your money if you want, but it's time. It is time to retire your car." So, and I truly believed him because it was probably about 3 years. I'd been taking the car in for just minor things and I understood that it was time. And that was in 2008. So, it was 11 years old when I got rid of it. So definitely an older car. I am using Heidi Swap Color Shine to add some mist to my page, and I missed a little spot there on the right, so adding that in. And then that is it for my layout. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I love all of your comments. If you want to leave me a comment below, I would really appreciate it. It sometimes does take me a time to get back to those, but I will definitely do that. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layouts, make sure you hit that subscribe button because that's all I do on my channel. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a scrappy day.